Good day to you, all my viewers and listeners. Welcome to another talk with Ayo Adejumo, aka Diamond Mind, on the subject emotional control. Please to view my video, to watch all my video that I've made in the previous. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking at the subscribe button. Make your comment at the end of the YouTube channel. You can give me a thumb up. Like it, share it with all your friends. It is an educative and eye-opening and mind-blowing topic, a content that you will enjoy so much. On emotional control. On emotional control, I speak on how to really understand our feelings, control our feelings, manage our feelings, and curtail the negative feelings and embrace the positive feelings. Our feelings is divided into two: positive feelings and negative feelings. And also, feeling is part of every human being that God created. Is affective part of us that we really need to understand. We really need to understand and use it effectively in our society. It's because we are not using it effectively in our society. That is why the society is becoming more decading. So it is very important for us to know, to understand the way we feel. And this did not left the word of God behind. The word of God make really emphasis on it, which says, keep your heart with all diligence. Out of your mind there are issues of life. Inside of your mind there are bountiful issues of life inside it. That is showing that is our feelings. Also, the word of Christ says that it is not that good fruit or clean water that we are taking in that make us to become defilement or bad or good in the society that we find ourselves, but what we think within our mind, what comfort within our mind. It proceed further, say by within our mind it is evil thought and good thought spring forth. So it is very important for us to take care of our mind. When you continue searching the word of God, you find out that the Bible lay an emphasis on our mind. That is our feelings. We have good feelings and bad feelings. Good feelings and bad feelings. We carry all along good and bad feelings all around. You can easily do the research. It is very, very obvious that it is we human beings that is we are carry all around the evil and good. So we should not try to shift it to any other person. It is human that is carry both good and bad up and down. So in our mind, we need to really understand what is taking place in our mind. So our mind is full of thought, it's full of feelings that we need to really understand. That is why I'm bringing up this particular subject, emotional control, how we can control our feelings. We need to understand our feelings first before we can control it, before we can manage it. When we understand it, we can able to curtail, that means to negate the negative aspect of it and embrace the positive feelings. When we embrace the positive feelings, we will see that our society will look as if we are just in new paradise. So, and moreover, look at us, that we are the manner of whatever that want to come in our lives. God has placed us in these particular arenas. God has placed us in this particular head. Every one of us that find ourselves in this particular head, we have a mission that we need to do. So it is when we really realize what is taking effect in our mind that we could able to move on in life. Without knowing ourselves, without knowing what is taking effect in our body, in our mind, we will not able to go further. So it is very important for us to note that. That is why this particular subject, emotional control, is coming to you. Listen to this program, listen to this talk, and you will benefit immensely on it. You will realize that it is we human beings that we did not allow things to go better than the way we think. Other people think positive, while other people take the negative aspect of it. By the time they mix together, it become a problem. So if we can realize that it is within us that those things come out, we'll be able to do well, we'll be able to understand ourselves, and we'll be able to move further in life. So today, on emotional control, I want to speak on a topic which says how to sustain endurance feelings during long sufferings. How do we sustain endurance feelings? Feeling is part of us. Endurance is the name of that feelings, and we need to sustain it whenever we are facing challenges in life. So as you are listening, you're going to benefit immensely today. So on emotional control, what is endurance, and how what are the attributes of endurance, and how do we sustain endurance? That is those three aspects that we want to treat on. What is endurance? What are the attributes of endurance? How do we sustain endurance to the fullness, to realize our visions, to realize our dream, to sustain our life until we depart from this planet? So it is very important. So endurance is defined as ability to endure a stress, hardship, or level of suffering in life challenges. Its ability is an ability to endure stress, hardship, or level of suffering in life challenges, or it is an ability to sustain an activities. Whatever activities you are embarking on, how long can you sustain that activities? Whatever plan that you are embarking on, how long can you sustain that plan? How long can you endure to achieve from that plan you are doing? So it is very important for us to note what is taking effect in our mind. Our feeling is very important. When you wake up in the morning, the first things feeling in you is that you are waking up. You will be feel joyful that you are still alive. That is joy feelings in you. So the next thing is prayerful feelings, that you want to go and thank God if it is person that really understand God. If it is person that doesn't understand God, he wake up, he take the normal activities and started doing it. So it is very important for us to note what is going on in our mind. So what are the attributes of endurance? What are the attributes of endurance? One attribute of endurance is resilience. When you are resilient in doing things, shows you are showing endurances. When you are consistent, another one is consistence. When you are consistent doing that great things that you are doing, every time you are happy to do those things, you are doing it with diligences, you are doing it with happiness, with peace of mind and joy of mind. You will see that you are consistent doing those things. That is consistencies. Number 3 is persistencies. You don't want to leave that things you are doing. That is the attribute of endurance. You don't want to leave it. You want to persistent doing that thing, so that you believe, you have a vision that that thing is going to be successful at the end of your doing. That is it. Number 4, you will see that that person will be organized. Your mind will be organized because you've known that you're going to achieve a very great things. You have a clear vision of what you are doing. You will now organize. That is another attribute of endurance. And number 5 attribute of endurance is you will be present. That is, you pay attention to those things you are doing. You pay attention, you will be focused, because you have you have a reward. You have a things that you want to get at the end of it. You have a reward at the end of it. You have a promises at the end of it. Covenant is written at the end of it. You have seen that great vision that's going to give you a reward. That is why you're going to be present, you focus, and you get yourself doing this thing consistently. You may be mocked, you may be jest when you are doing those things, but that one does not make you to leave it, because you are using a feeling. That is the powers of endurance in order to get that great reward for those things you are doing. So it is very important to note what is taking effect in our body. Feeling is affective of every human being, that we need to take absolute cognizance of it. And when you note that your feelings, when you understand your feelings, you are going to be like an angel, because what you'll be doing will be so different that people will see you that you are different among them. So it is very important to note your feelings. So that leads us to, how do we sustain? That is number 3. How do we sustain these endurance feelings in us? Many at the time, people does not understand their feelings. They don't know it. Before they know, they go to whosoever they believe that can interpret the feeling for them. The feeling is inside you. How will you now be going to somebody to interpret your feeling? If you are facing the challenges in life, there is some your mind, that feelings will be telling you what you need to lose at that particular time. So, how do we sustain a feeling, endurance feelings? Number 1, you discover what is happiness. What make you happy? You discover it. What make you happy? Nobody can take it away from you, because it is your own happiness. It is not other person's happiness. The happiness of that person is different from your own happiness. Your happiness, nobody can take it away from you. Circumstances cannot take it away from you. Your brother, your sister cannot take it away from you. So your happiness is your happiness. Discover your happiness and use it easily. So that is it. Number 2, stay tall on what you believe. Stay tall on what you believe. Focus and pay attention. Your mind is telling you a great things that can make you to achieve that goal in life. So stay tall, stay firm, and focus and pay attention. Number 3, the confidence, trust, and hope that there's going to be a reward for you. When you are doing that great things, hope, stand firm, trust, be confident, trust in God, trust in yourself. Learn more, go out there, learn more, and you'll be very fine. And at the end of it, there's going to be a reward for your stewardship. Number 4, keep doing the right thing at the right time. Keep doing the right thing at the right time. Keep nodding that. Keep using your hammer to knock down nail on the head, and it shall surely come to reality one day. Number 5, don't let the little achievement you have achieved to overwhelm you, so that you will not move away from this track. Don't let the little achievement you have getting to overwhelm you, so that you will now go away from this track. So it is very, very important. It is very, very notable. I'll recap of what I just said. I've said the topic of today is, how do we sustain endurance feelings in the time of trial and sufferings? What is endurance? Endurance terms to mean it is a ability to endure a stress, hardship, and suffering in a time of challenge. It is ability to sustain different activities. Do you have ability to sustain that things you are doing right now? Do you have that ability to sustain that vision that you are pursuing right now? So use endurance at this particular time. Number 1 attribute is resiliency. You must be resilient in what you are doing. Number 2, you need to consistency in what you are doing. Number 4, persistence in what you are doing. Organize your mind. Your mind will tell you the next feelings that you are going to take at the end of every journey. Be present. Don't copy other people's life. Don't copy what other people are doing. Do what God has given to you. How do we now sustain it? You need to discover your happiness. Discover your happiness. Stay tall with what you believe on, and be confident. Trust God. Trust yourself. Trust your ability. Trust God. Trust your ability. Be hope that reward is coming for you. Number 4, keep doing the right thing at the right time. Don't let little achievement override you, so that you not go away from this track. So, on this note, I shall be dropping the curtain of today's edition of Emotional Control. Meet me at the same place next time. For more info, for more services, you can contact me on this number 08161718838. I take it again, 08161718838. Don't forget to keep your heart with all diligence. Out of your mind, there are issues of life. Don't forget that it is not that good food that you are eating, neither water that you are taking that make you to become good or bad in the society, but what you think inside of your mind. That is why you need to understand your feeling. Stay positive at all times.